In this video series, I'm going to show you how to set up an Amazon affiliate discount store. Amazon has a way that you can retrieve discount products by category, and I've set up a form that you can just install on your site, but we're going to go over how to set it all up. Now, the first thing you're going to need to do is to join the Amazon Associates program. So go to Amazon.com and then go down to the bottom here, and what you're going to want to do is go to Make Money with Us, and then under here you'll see Become an Affiliate. So click on that, and then you can join here. Okay, so what you want to do is put your email address in here, and I'm a new customer, and then continue with the sign up process. There are a few things you got to fill out. Usually it is activated instantly, but sometimes it takes up to a day or two for it to actually be activated, but almost always it's instant. So now what we're going to do is we're going to install a website on our server for our discount site, our discount shopping site. So what we want to do is use WordPress for this. So first you're going to need to have some hosting and a domain name. You can choose a domain name that has something to do with a particular product line you want to sell. So if you wanted to sell discount cameras, you could have discountcameras.com or something like that. Or if you're going to create a whole discount store and have your different items and categories, then you could just set up a generic discount store name or store domain, and then just use the categories within WordPress to differentiate it. Whichever way you want to do it, you can choose the domain name that makes the most sense for you. I'm just going to install it on one of my working domain names and then put it in a subdirectory. Okay, so what we want to do now is go to WordPress, so it's wordpress.org, and then just download the latest version of WordPress over here, and we're going to download the zip file here, and we'll just download it to our computer somewhere. Okay, so I created a folder called Discount Store. I have WordPress in here, so I'm going to unzip this. I installed 7-zip for this, and I can just do extract files. You can download 7-zip for free. Otherwise, you can just use extract all that's built into Windows. Use it whichever one you want. I like to use 7-zip because it's much quicker. Okay, so we unzip the WordPress archive here, so we have all the files together. Now what we're going to want to do is upload that to our server. I like to use an FTP client called FileZilla. It's a free one. So of course you already have to have your domain name and your hosting account set up. Let's open FileZilla. Okay, so on the left side, this is our WordPress files. Just navigate to where they are over here. On the right side is where our server is going to be. So what you do is you put in your host here, which is your domain name, your username for your hosting account, and the password. And then you can just do a quick connect and it'll log you in. Now if you're going to put it in the root of your site, you would just upload all this here. When I say the root, I mean so that when they key in the domain name, your site's going to come up right away. I'm going to put mine in a directory, so I have to type in the domain name / and discount store. Okay, so this is where I'm going to install my stuff. Okay, so we'll just select all of this over here, and we'll just click upload. That uploads all the WordPress stuff to our server. Now while this is completing, what we're going to do is go and set up a database for use with the WordPress blog. Okay, so I'll sign into my cPanel here. Then what we want to do is roll up until we see databases, and I'm going to use the database wizard. So click on that. And then here you want to put in the name of the database you want to use. So I'm going to put it AM Store. Next step. So we'll have a username. I'm going to use the same, but you can use a different username if you want. AM Store. And then we want to create a strong password. So use the password generator there. Copy this. And then click I have copied the password to a safe place and use password. Okay, create user. And now we want to give it all privileges. Okay, so I'm going to open up Notepad before we go any further here. I'll do password. Just going to record our credentials here. And then here we have our username and database. So we have all the information we need now. Let's finish this up here. Go to next step. And that's it. We now have the database created. Let's go check on our uploads. And we're still working on it here. We'll just wait for this to finish. Okay, all the files have been uploaded. So what we want to do now is just open up our WordPress installation. So all we do is go to the URL where we uploaded it. Okay, so mine's going to be in my domain name /discount store. Okay, so we'll have it create the configuration file and we'll click Let's Go. Okay, and now remember we saved our information in the Notepad that we got. So all we have to do now is put all that information in here. Okay, your database host, you can get that from phpMyAdmin on your control panel. So let me show you here. Okay, so down at databases you'll see something called phpMyAdmin. Click on that. And right at the top here you'll see your database host name. So that's what you want to use right there. Many times it's going to be localhost. Okay, and then the table prefix, change this to something else. So I'm going to use ds_. You don't want to use the default, it's a security risk. Now we click Run the install. Okay, so here is our site title. So whatever you want to call your site here. Say discount store. Username, the admin. Shouldn't use admin, think of something else to use. And then a password twice here. Okay, put your email address down here. And for now, we're going to block the search engines. We're going to change that back later. And then click Install WordPress. Okay, now we sign in. Okay, and we now have our WordPress blog installed. So at this point we have our site installed, we have our credentials for Amazon, and that's everything we need. In the next video we're going to go through the store setup.